So, doing little things all the time. You know, hockey guys reward you for that.
You have a guy like Mike Matheson score a big goal too. It's his first of the season. Man, you need that you feel like he needs to shoot the puck a little more because he's getting quite a release.
Yeah, I mean, his shot's really good. We're trying to find him in spots to shoot it. I think, that'll give him a lot of confidence moving forward to, keep shooting. And, he hits a nice one-timer. It's their guy and Andy and goes in. So, it's never a bad idea to shoot.
How do you like Shea Weber's presentation before the game?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, I thought the fans honored him really well. We kind of went out in a kind of a weird fashion with, haven't really been around and seen the fans. So, it was really nice of them to give him that applause, and it was great to see him.
How much did you use it personally, the Shea Weber night, but also facing Sean Monahan as a motivation?
Yes.
Yeah, could be. Yeah, it's there's been a big emphasis on being mature too, and I think we're limiting those mistakes now. And then obviously defensively, there's been a big emphasis on playing hard and playing structured, and that does help.
What are you sensing from Marty in terms of tolerance when the game plan isn't necessarily respected in a given minute?
Yeah, he's he's being a lot harder. He's treating us like we're growing up, and we need that right now. And it doesn't matter if you're older or younger. You need to stick to the game plan, be a good team player first, and then things will open up. And if you're not, you need to be told that.
Sorry, make you feel maybe, but
you're going to have to wipe it off anyway. So
I talked to Mathieu after the second period. He said one thing about you: you're never going to refuse it, and you're one of the guys who's saying yes to it. You knew that he was one of the tough customers in the league.
oh yeah, I mean I fought him a couple years ago, but I fell like early. So I mean he's one of the toughest guys in the league, and not many guys go these days. So when you get a chance, you got to get one in. And it's been a while for me, so felt good.
Arber, you must be happy also defensively. It seems as though as a team, you guys are playing better hockey, but you also personally, it feels as though things have stabilized.
Yeah, I mean it was a little tougher, like with my reads and all that, when I was trying to figure it out. But I think now it's coming a lot easier and a lot smoother. I don't even have to think about it. I just play, and it seems like it's going well.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Structuré devant toi,
Ouais.
que le jeu défensif, ça resserre.
Oui, absolument. Puis dans les derniers matchs, on a fait vraiment un meilleur travail là-dessus. Puis ce soir aussi, très bon match. Tout de suite en première période, on est sorti fort, je pense. On a pris l'énergie de la foule. C'est fun de revenir à la maison. Puis on a eu 3 power play tours dans le match. Puis on a marqué un but. Puis même si on n'a pas marqué les 2 autres, je trouve on a bien bougé la rondelle. Puis on était capable de créer du momentum là. Puis ça a juste continué tout au long de la période. Puis non, je pense que c'était vraiment un bon match ce soir.
C'est passé un petit peu inaperçu, mais t'as fait un arrêt contre Mathieu Olivier là, quand c'était encore 2-1. Je pense que ça a été quand même un moment important.
Oui, ben, c'est un jeu qui était Untitled, donc j'ai pu repousser sur le rebound puis essayer vraiment d'y aller compact pour pas que me passe au travers. Puis il a manqué quelques buts contre moi, je pense, dans les dernières années. Fait que non, c'est fun de pouvoir faire l'arrêt là-dessus. Puis après ça, les gars ont vraiment continué à travailler. Je pense qu'après le premier TV timeout, j'ai pratiquement pas eu de lancer pendant plusieurs minutes. Puis on était déjà marqué des gros buts, donc c'est sûr ça fait du bien de travailler après avec un écart comme ça.
Combien de séquences de 4 matchs à domicile?
Oui, absolument. Puis ça faisait depuis un petit bout qu'on était parti sur la route, donc c'est le fun de revenir. Puis avec la présentation à chez Weber aussi avant le match, une belle ovation. Puis c'était le fun d'avoir l'énergie de la foule. Puis je pense, comme j'ai dit, les gars ont vraiment pris ça. Puis on a eu un excellent début de match.
Tu as du travail devant toi, comment par rapport à ton match?
Of getting pucks off our stick 5-on-5 as well from the blue line, and not trying to be perfect with what we were doing on the blue line, and I think it led to a lot of chances offensively.
Nick, what do you think? You guys have found some finish here in this game in particular. Columbus had a few turnovers, and you're able to get some goals off of that. So, what do you just think is attributing to that finish?
Well, I think we did a good job of. We lost our game a little in the second period for sure, but overall we were much more solid of not giving them too much. We knew that they played last night, and I feel like we had our legs, so we were able to take advantage of that.
Thank you, Mike.
Justement, y a-t-il un moment où vous avez senti collectivement que là, c'était le temps de sauter?
On a bien commencé, mais en même temps, je pense qu'on a resté patient, on n'a pas paniqué quand c'était encore proche en troisième période. Puis on a attendu pour avoir les chances pour scorer. Puis on pourrait dire à Minnesota, on avait des chances aussi, mais ce soir, on les a scorés.
Quel point ça fait du bien de marquer? Personnellement, moi aussi, que le défenseur contribue. Vous avez juste 3 buts de la ligne bleue cette année.
Ouais, je pense qu'on a gardé les choses simples, puis on a mis plus de rondelles sur le filet. Puis c'est sûr que c'est quelque chose de cliché à dire, mais ça fonctionne aussi.
Juste rapidement,
for the second half of the second and the third, so it was awesome to get the win and hopefully get a streak going here.
You play with more and more confidence. How would you explain that?
You just get a little bit more comfortable, but not too comfortable. But obviously, as you play a little bit more games, a couple more minutes, get a little bit more comfortable with the puck and a little bit more comfortable in the atmosphere, and definitely just trying to stay around.
Correct me, but your first goal in the NHL was on the road?
No, it was here. It was here.
So you knew the feeling?
Yeah.
How cool it was this one?
Oh, it was awesome. Awesome, like I said, a Saturday night, hockey night in Canada. It's awesome.
The fact that your fourth line played well tonight too, right? It's not only defending, but to score goals. How big is it for your line?
Any way we can contribute, as long as we're keeping goals out of our net and hopefully chipping offensively here a couple of times, it's definitely nice.
Do you see a difference in the level of either call or the level of poise of your line from game to game, and establishing your forecheck, making sure that you spend a lot of time in the O zone? Do you sense that there's a progression from game to game?
For sure, you get more comfortable with your line mates, and you kind of learn their tendencies. So I think game to game, we're getting more comfortable with each other. So definitely makes a huge difference.
We'll join the party.
Parle coach, tout le monde?
fait des semaines, je pense, que tu cherches le ballon entre une bonne défensive et une bonne attaque. C'est pas mal le portrait de ce que tu recherches, puis à quel point ça te fait plaisir ce soir.
Ah, c'est sûr, ça me fait plaisir. On a géré nos possessions. On a passé beaucoup de temps dans une offensive, mais on les a gérés mieux. On était plus connectés offensivement. C'est des choses qu'on parle. C'est dur de tout mettre ça ensemble. Ça prend un petit peu de temps, tu sais. La game te parle, tu arranges des choses. Il y a des choses qui régressent un petit peu, mais tu essaies de focusser sur les choses les plus importantes. Puis on essaie de bâtir quelque chose, un style de jeu, une attitude, des deux bords de la glace, pour le long terme, pas juste pour essayer de gagner un match à soir.
Est-ce que quand l'équipe en général joue mieux, ça devient plus facile pour un coach d'envoyer des messages à des joueurs individuellement?
C'est sûr, mais tu sais, on a joué une très bonne première. Les 10 premières minutes de la deuxième étaient tough à coacher, je trouve. Mais on s'est replacé. Mais c'est sûr, c'est toujours plus facile quand ton équipe elle joue bien, de gérer les individuels. Ça, c'est sûr. Parce que quand ton équipe elle joue mal, c'est dur de gérer les individuels, il faut t'en gérer trop.
Marty, going back to the preseason, and one of the first shifts, Lucas Condotta tried to fight Nico Delorier, and then he ended up playing half a game as a defenseman in the preseason, and then
I forgot about that.
Yeah, 5 shifts after 2 periods tonight, comes out and scores a crucial goal in the 3rd period for you guys. What message has he sent to you, given his opportunities that he's gotten either preseason or the regular season?
No, I mean, Condo he's just a gamer. Like he'll do whatever, you know. He brings a great attitude and a work ethic. It was hard to get him on the ice in the first period because of the special team. But I thought he played. You know what you're going to get from him. I thought he played a very good 3rd period.
Jake a marqué, mais au-delà de il a marqué, son trio a passé beaucoup de temps dans l'autre zone. On regarde depuis le début de la saison, il y a eu plusieurs mouvements là, sur qui allait être ton joueur de centre de 2e trio. Sens-tu que Jake est en train de s'installer, je ne peux pas dire confortablement, mais qui fait la job pour te prouver qu'il est capable de faire ça aussi?
Non, oui. Je sais qu'il est capable de jouer dans des différentes chaises. C'est la chaise qu'on lui donne présentement, puis on analyse le comportement et tout. Il a joué un bon match. Il joue des minutes importantes. Puis quand il joue sur une 2e ligne comme ça, mais je suis à l'aise quand il est sur la glace contre les autres bonnes lignes des autres équipes. Il est capable d'être responsable. Puis surtout aussi, comment Cole il joue 200 pieds présentement, là, c'est encourageant. Puis il est quand même encore capable de fabriquer ses affaires sans tricher la game. Fait que cette ligne-là était bonne en soir, elle était fatigante.
Bonjour, Montembeault. Bonjour. At least 3 of the goals were scored on Columbus's turnovers. So what do you think attributed to your team's ability to finish in those moments here tonight and score goals in those moments?
Finish? You know, you never know if you're going to finish, but the fact that you're creating these opportunities, that's what we're after. I thought we were hard to play against for most of the game, minus probably the first 9 minutes of the 2nd period. You know, we were hard on the forecheck. Those goals were generating off the forecheck and forcing them to get rid of the puck, and we're on top of the next thing, and now we play in space, and we make a good play, and we finish. You know, I think that's, you know, I feel like we're, you know, as you're rebuilding and trying to look in the future, what kind of identity you want to have as a team. And we want to be hard to play against defensively. We want to be hard to play against offensively. And that's what we're trying to, you know, to keep building. And, you know, a forecheck is a big part of being uncomfortable for the other team.
You've mentioned in the past that you're moving out of a pure development phase into a learning how to win phase. When you talk about the first 9 minutes of the 2nd period, is that a reflection of that transition, and how do you feel the decisions you had to make were responded to by your players?
I mean, every now and then, as we're doing this, our youth is going to show. You know, and it's to try to manage that a little bit. it's part of the process. And the guys know, they understand it. We all want to get to the same place, and I know there's going to be some growing pain at time. Sometimes the growing pains is collectively, sometimes the growing pain is individually. So we're trying to manage that, but, you know, we played a solid game for a long time, long stretch. We just had a 9-minute period where I was a little worried.
Do you think if you were still in your purely development phase, you would have handled that situation the same way? Or is it because you're in a different phase that you handled it?
Probably would have probably handled differently.
After those, what changed after those 9 minutes? How did you adjust? What led to
We didn't adjust. The bench was, I was annoyed. The bench, a lot of the guys on the bench were annoyed too. We just, you know, we had a tough time getting pucks behind them. We had opportunity to do that. And we had simple plays, you know, coming out of our zone, and we're, you know, trying to go cross ice, or we just couldn't execute. And it comes a point where, you know, the next line just got to simplify, get a deep puck, trust a forecheck, and start our own zone. And we did that. We had a good shift. I think it was Devo's line who had a really good shift. And I think it just kind of like put us back on track. And then the next line followed up. And I think we're okay now. We got the momentum again.
Marty, you've got young forwards on this team. You're going to have other young forwards coming up in the future. What can they learn from following up on Jake Evans? Just on, you know, a guy was a 7th-round pick, 4th liner, now moving up to 2nd line. What about his game? Can you use it as an example to young guys coming up?
I think Jake knows what he is. But, you know, honestly, like, I know Jake was a 7th rounder. See, I didn't even know Jake was a 7th rounder. But when you get to a certain age, the league doesn't care what round you were drafted. It doesn't. Can you play? Because if you can play, you're going to play in this league, whether you're first rounder, because eventually the league doesn't care that you were a first rounder. Can you play? You know. So to me, you know, keep trying to get better. You know, and you know, because if you can play, you're going to play, and if you know where you are, you're probably going to find a chair, and then from that point on, trying to, you know, steal a chair that's higher. You know, but I think it takes a lot of belief in yourself, and your mind has to be stronger in your feelings, and just get after it. Okay, merci beaucoup.